Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday, thank freaking goodness. Oh my goodness, it has been quite the week. We have had a fantastic week. We were on vacation with my parents this week, and yeah, it was the first week without my husband here since he is at work. And so far so good. We are making it work. But anyway, I thought we would go ahead and look at our expense tracker for the first week of August, go over what we spent, and do a general overview of how much we have left in certain categories. We typically have front-loaded months, meaning that a lot of our big expenses come out the first 2 weeks of the month, and then the last 2 weeks tend to be less spendy for us, and that was certainly true this week. We started off really strong on the 1st of August with a dentist bill from when we took my son to the dentist. So after our dental insurance paid, we owed $51.30, so we went ahead and just paid that. Let's see. Next up, we went to Aldi that same day. August 1st was quite the spendy day for us. This was the day that we were preparing to go to the beach with my parents, and then my husband was preparing to go to drill this day. So long story short, it ended up being quite spendy, but we went to Aldi. We spent $53.18 on this week's groceries. This also included road snacks for all of us. Okay, sorry, I had to distract my cat. She's trying to get up here. But okay, Aldi groceries, $53.18. Then my husband went to Great Clips and got his hair cut, and that was $25. Normally it's only $23, but he forgot to ask for his military discount this day. So, you know, it's $2, but he normally puts that back as a tip. So, yeah. Anyway, it was fine. It's $2 more than we anticipated, and I just pulled that out of his drill fund to cover the difference. I don't know if I talked about this in the first clip. I don't think I did, but we do use YNAB for most of our budgeting. The main reason that I'm using this expense tracker in Google Sheets is just for these kinds of videos, because I don't want to share the actual transaction tracker from YNAB. This is my preference for how I want to present it for videos. So it does create more work for me, because I'm essentially manually expense tracking in two places, because we like to manually expense track in YNAB, but for the video's sake, this works. So we went to Great Clips, and then our USAA bill came out. The first USAA bill came out, I should say, for $64.29, and then on the 15th of August, the other half of our insurance bill will come out. This is for auto insurance, renter's insurance, and then valuable personal property insurance. Then our rent also came out on the 1st for $200 there. And then getting into the next couple of days, on the 2nd, I went to CVS and printed out some photos. I like to scrapbook, and I needed to get the first half of this year's photos printed out so that I can start working on our 2025 album. So that was $12.09, and that came out of my personal spending. The next day we went to Target, and we had a split transaction this day. So $10.81. This was for some last minute groceries. I realized that we had forgotten some things in our previous grocery haul. So we spent $10.81 getting those. It was primarily road snacks. I'm not even gonna lie. I said we forgot things like it's a necessity. It was not a necessity, but I wanted road snacks. We don't often go on vacation. We don't take a lot of road trips, and I wanted my nice snacks. So we spent $60-something on groceries this week, including the $10.81. And then I also had to get some feminine hygiene products. So that was $8.99 at Target. So all told, about $19 at Target. And then going into the 3rd of August, so the next day, both myself and my husband got gas. My husband got gas on his way to work for $22.20, and I got gas the day before we left for our road trip for $14.73. Just for posterity's sake, my husband drives a Santa Fe, an older one. I think it's a 2011. And then I drive a 2022 Toyota Corolla, so we're normally pretty good on gas. This was me filling up from half a tank maybe. So just in case you're like, how are they spending so little on gas? It's mostly about where we fill up from. And then this is getting into our vacation spending because my husband is officially at work, which means he is not spending anything really. My son and I got Chick-fil-A breakfast on the way there for $5.36. And then we stopped at Wawa on the way there. Came out on the 4th. I don't know why it says the 5th, but we stopped at Wawa on the way to the beach for $4.77. I put this in the grocery category because this was one, water, because I forgot to pack bottled water, so we ran out of water on the road trip and your girl was thirsty, and a bottle of apple juice for my son. So I'm putting that in grocery categories instead of spending because it wasn't snackies. I am taking a liberty with putting it in groceries. I'll say that. It was water and juice, but it could have gone in the spending category, but I'm not putting it there. So $4.77 on drinks at the gas station. And then I spent $6 of personal spending because I got a adult beverage at the hotel bar one night while we were there. So that $6 is my spending. And then coming back from the beach, we spent $24 on gas at Wawa. This has not cleared my account yet, and I cannot find my receipt. So it was $24 and some change. I don't know the exact amount because I cannot keep up with receipts to save my life this week, apparently. But it was $24 and some change in there. So that was gas for me. We also had my husband's Apple came out for 99 cents. And then TRICARE yesterday came out for $274.48. That is our insurance premiums for the month. And then today, so these are like brand new to the party, my son and I went to Food Lion. Food Lion, we got just WIC groceries. So we did get some groceries at Food Lion, but WIC paid for all of it. It was mostly fruits, veggies, what else did we get? Fruits, veggies, cereal, and one other. Oh, milk. But WIC paid for all of that. So we only spent $12.89 on training pants because my son saw Bluey pull-ups, and we have been trying to find things that will motivate him to want to potty train, and he was so excited about them. So I immediately put them in the cart and was like, absolutely, you can have Bluey pull-ups. And so this afternoon, we officially said goodbye to the diapers, and I'm really hoping that this is the start of him being super interested in the potty training. We haven't been as consistent as I want, but hopefully he's been really stoked about the Bluey pull-ups. So anyway, long-winded explanation for the $12.89 we spent at Food Lion, and then we hopped over down the street to Aldi, and then at Aldi, we spent, $26.15 at Aldi. This was groceries going into week 2. We really did not need much. This was mostly more fruits and vegetables. We used our full WIC allotment. More fruits and vegetables. What else? Some oats. And something else that I'm like, if I remember, I'll insert like something here that goes more in depth with what we got because my brain is like shutting off. But long story short, this is going to round out our meal prep for probably the next week or two at a minimum. So yeah, we should not have to go back to the grocery store for at least a week. We won't have to buy groceries this upcoming week at all. And hopefully no more household or toiletry purchases either. So next week should be less spendy is my hope. But that is everything that we spent this first week. How did your first week of August go? Let me know in the comments. Did you have any unexpected expenses, a bill come out, larger or lower than you expected. Let me know how your check-ins have gone, and I'm very much looking forward to catching up on all of my friends videos between the freebie Fridays and all of the week 1 check-ins. I have so much catching up to do, and I am so excited to see all of you guys' videos. So yeah, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!